Howdy ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandeenio and welcome back to the channel. And today we are starting a brand new series. So last year I done videos like, best workouts for losing fat, best exercise for doing legs. So this time I'm going to be doing so many different types of the same exercises. So we're going to be starting off with press ups. So basically there's going to be so many different variations of press ups. So I am going to show you 10 types because there is definitely going to be more, but I'll say it for another day because people make up new ones and you learn from each other bouncing off. So I'm going to start with 10 and then there's more. I do research, then I'll show you that 10 as well. Because there is just so many ways of doing these same exercises just differently and still works even slightly differently as well, but it still works the same area. Some people struggle doing normal press ups and they end up doing more fancy press up that works for them, which don't know how that works. So with that said, we're going to go through 10 types of press ups. Before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, make sure your notification bell is on. Let's get into it. Okay, so number one, which is just a normal basic push up. So keep it about shoulder width apart, legs out straight, body straight, a bit like plank position, and literally just going down. Just so, going down. Normal push up. Everyone knows that. Very, very basic, very easy to remember. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. But like I always said from the beginning, simple ones has always been the most effective one for me. Literally, it's been the best. You don't need to do anything fancy, but I know there's a lot of crazy people who want to do something cool. Trust me, there is, I get a lot, which is why we get into more fancy ones now. Number two, we have the diamond push-up. Now we're gonna get more interesting. What you wanna do with this one, you wanna make your hands into this kind of shape, so you're making basically a diamond. This one, by the way, it's not easy. So when you make a diamond hand onto the floor, and again, you're basically in the same plank position, and then you wanna try and push yourself down, then push yourself back up. Low as you can go. Not easy, but give it a few attempts. Eventually you'll be able to do it. So down and up. That is the diamond push up. So your arms go slightly out, but you want to try and keep them down. Definitely not easy. Just make sure you keep that hand position the entire time. Number three, the explosive push ups. Now you have seen me done it quite a few times now in the past. I wouldn't say it's a favourite. That's another 10. This is actually hard, this one. It's definitely a tricky one. I mean, there's not really to explain for this one. So a lot of these ones, there's not a lot to explain, but I show you anyway because a lot of people hear it, but don't know how the hell you do it. Which is why I do less talking and just straight into the action, just to show you how the hell you do it. So literally, an explosive press up, it's same as before, in that straight position, and literally, explode the arms. That's kind of the reason why I wore gloves. Having your hands on position on the entire time, mate, you get so many marks. Makes your hand go join anything. So yeah, that's all advice you. Get yourself a pair of gloves. Those are the best. So yeah, like I said, nothing too much to explain. A lot of these exercises you don't really have to explain. They're pretty much very obvious what you do. Literally, the only technique I can say in these exercises, do it slow as you go down. Try and get as slow as possibly you can without getting your belly to touch the floor or anything. And then just lift your whole body up. That is literally it. Oh god, next exercise. The one arm push up. Oh, okay. I don't even know if I can do this, to be honest with you guys. I don't know, but we're about to find out. So this one, you keep your legs this time a bit further out. I'll say about just over your hip waist, about that. And then I'll keep one hand in the middle of it, one hand in between. Slightly turn to the side so you get a position, right? One hand behind, and then you want to try and get yourself down. This one I can't do, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. This is not easy. When I used to when I tried this press up, I thought oh, it must be just doing that, but no. It is definitely not that. This basically is embarrassing for me to even do this at all. You know what? I don't like the hand behind. That makes it harder for me. I think I just keep my, as long as I don't keep my hand touching the ground, keep in front of me, I think I'm good. So I think I just keep my hand in front of me and like arm down. I feel like behind me just makes it harder. But yeah, like I said, not an expert on that one, to be honest with you. So go ahead and ask me, say there's something better. I'm just here to show you how to have a good time. On to the next, the wide push-up. So yeah, as you heard, it's in the name, it's the wide, as in the wide push-up, hands out wide. Like I'm talking bigger than this whole mat. This might even need to go to the side or something. So I'm gonna say that my hands are on the edge of the mat instead. So both hands on the edge and literally wide, down. So as I was saying, hands out wide, down, up, down, up. So it's not too difficult to do. They're not too difficult to do. Once you get a hand of it, it's pretty easy. It's pretty much a simple one really. I'll say out of all these ones, probably the one I'll push out is probably the hardest one. Well, the hardest one for me is probably like low timers. Thought, that's just simple, you know, just simple. Next one we have the deep push-ups, which I have been doing quite a lot recently. So for this one, I'm going to use part of a step up, just anything to get myself deep. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Do not take that out of context, please. So hands on the machine and then plant yourself in. There we go. Plant yourself in. Deep push-up. So yeah, you usually just caving yourself in push-up basically. You're caving yourself in. You can use weights as well, some people do. You can use like 2 bars, but unfortunately we don't have to, we just have the 1. That's why I couldn't demonstrate with that. And you know what, I've never even done this way before. I literally just took it off your step up. Basically whatever exercise you have or whatever equipment you have, there's always an alternative. But keep that in mind, there's always an alternative. So yeah, basically your press ups, you're just going deeper and then you push yourself out more. You're working more, pushing yourself outwards. On to the next, we have the staggered push-up. So this one, instead of like putting yourself straight, so you're in normal position instead, so one hand just goes slightly back. So I'll say like halfway between your body and your legs. Like keep it on a hip level, I'll say. So you're slightly staggered and you push yourself down as normal. Pushing yourself down as normal. So from a side view, hand back down, down. Like so. So that's a staggered push-up. Next we have a shovel push-up, which I'll show you from somewhere that is not here because it's impossible basically. Alright, so I'm using like part of this like windowsill over here to show you the shove off. So in the view that you can see, you're basically shoving yourself away from the windowsill. So like you'll go in, like push out, just pushing yourself out, back in. That's the shove off. So you want to make yourself work harder, just like go back a bit further, push yourself out, in, push yourself out, and there you go. So pretty simple. Further you back, more that you are actually working. Just make sure that you are keeping control. On to the next, we have the basketball push-up. So obviously this is a medicine ball, doesn't need basketball. It could be any ball, as long as it's not those big inflatable balls, because what are you doing basically? So with the basketball, you're going to change positions. So you're going to keep this one side of you, and you're going to move it, push yourself down, up, change position. Other hand, down, and up. So you literally just push it a lot. So that's a basketball push-up. That one's actually quite a popular one that people a lot do. They used to do that with like dumbbells as well, doing weights. Or some people just like to lay it on the floor and do a Superman and just like push it to the other side of you and then the other side again. So there's so many different variations of that really. So you can use weight, basketball. I personally like doing a basketball, yeah. So that is a popular one, so it's called basketball push-up. And the final one to finish off for today, we have the Syrian plant chair push-up. I know what you're thinking, that's a lot of words. I know, that's a lot of words for a push-up, I know. So with the plant chair, the only difference is this one, literally, your hands go from that way to sideways. So hands by your side and all again. Push up, you're going slightly forward, so your arms are actually back, so you're going more forward when you're doing this. This one actually does work quite a lot on you, it does work quite a lot. So again, from the side view, hands are at the side and your body going more forward, like that. There we go. So as you heard, that was a semi, because the full one, you're actually lifting your whole body off the floor, which I cannot do. I'm not even going to bother embarrassing myself and attempting that, because I'm not there yet. I am not there yet. I will get one day, but not yet. And that is all the exercises that I have for you today. Out of all those press ups, I would say my personal favourite would be the basketball push-up. That one is quite popular and I do really like it myself. I think that and the deep push-up, that would be my top two. Yeah, basketball, deep push-up, them two are my top favourites at the moment. Hope you guys had a time for that and I hope you enjoyed it as well. So if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure your notification bell is on and I will see you guys later. Take care, goodbye.